let's get right into it. So, 100 lessons from Charlie Munger. The first one, the big money is not in the buying and the selling, but in the waiting. Second, those who keep learning will keep rising in life. That is pretty obvious. Third, like Warren, I had considerable passion to get rich, not because I wanted Ferraris. I wanted independence. I desperately wanted it. Yeah, independence is certainly better than having a Ferrari, because even with luxuries, it's almost like you're dependent on empty stuff. Anyways, fourth one. There isn't a single formula. You need to know a lot about business and human nature and the numbers. It is unreasonable to expect that there is a magic system that will do it for you. Okay? Yeah, considering these guys, Warren read like all the books by the age of 9 in his state's library on finance. So yeah, the successful people certainly have a lot of financial knowledge and knowledge of psychology. Okay. Fifth one, there are 3 ways to go broke: liquor, ladies, and leverage. Unsurprisingly, some people have all 3 of those. Sixth, there is no better teacher than history in determining the future. There are answers worth billions of dollars in the history books. And coming from a billionaire, something to take more seriously. 7. We have 3 baskets for investing. Yes, no, and too tough to understand. Too tough to understand. Makes sense. Even if other people are making money in that area. If you can't figure it out, then might not be the best thing for you. Envy is really stupid sin because it's the only one you could never possibly have any fun at. There's a lot of pain and no fun. Why would you want to get on that trolley? Exactly. Just because other people are being rich through a certain method or someone you know is successful, let them have their fun. You do what you're good at. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. Number 9. Knowing what you don't know is more useful than being brilliant. Okay. Being aware of one's weaknesses, not just strengths. I suppose so, and there are so many things we don't know. Let's go to the second one. Excuse me. Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up, and the snowball effect and the compounding will continue. A little wiser, one day at a time, one step at a time, instead of trying to all of a sudden become very successful. Second one, I constantly see people rise in life who aren't the smartest, sometimes not even the most diligent, but they're learning machines. They go to bed every night a little wiser than they were when they wake up. Yeah, human beings have the ability to learn stuff. No matter how difficult something might be, we can get around it if we persist enough every day, one step at a time. And eventually you will beat those, talent versus hard work or whatever. 12. Live within your income and save so that you can invest. Learn what you need to learn. That's easy. 13. It's remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently a lot stupid instead of trying to be very intelligent. I need to understand that one. But, well, if you do know what it means, try to explain that in the comments. 15. In my whole life, I have known no wise people who didn't read all the time. None. Zero. Am I a wise person? I read all the time. But yeah, certainly, most successful people read a lot of books and learn a lot of things. Directly or indirectly, something that is definitely worth focusing on. Books teach you so many things. I don't see why someone wouldn't want to do it. Time is gonna pass anyways, might as well make it more productive. 16. A great business at a fair price is superior to a fair business at a great price. Yeah, quality versus quantity, definitely. Does not just business, but in a lot of other areas as well. I've made this mistake. I'm sure many other people have, but yes. A great business at a great price Sorry, at a fair price. So what if it's more expensive? Pay the fair amount for it. 17. Go to bed smarter than when you wake up. This is something you emphasize a lot on, so let's get that through our skull by listening to it again and again. 18. You'd be amazed at how much Warren reads and how much I read. My children laugh at me. They think I'm a book with a couple of legs sticking out. That's certainly something worth being known for. I wish someone said that about me. People calculate too much and think too little. Shit, that's important, yes. Yes. Instead of trying to do all the maths in your head, how about think a little first and try to come up with solutions and answers. 20. If you can get really good at destroying your own wrong ideas, that's a great gift. I suppose I need to develop that skill, destroying the wrong ideas. Which ideas are wrong, by the way? Well, let's continue to read. 21. Develop into a lifelong self-learner through precarious reading, cultivate curiosity and strive to become a little wiser every day. Again, the same thing. Same principle. Get better each day. Learn. Read. The next one, which is 22. All I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there. That's a metaphorical way to say that I don't want to be in places where I'm going to lose, so I can avoid them. Makes sense. 23. I think that every time you see the word EBITDA, you should substitute the words bullshit earnings. I'll keep that in mind. 24. We have 3 baskets, in, out and too tough. We have to have a special inside or we'll put it in the too tough basket. Too tough basket? True. True, you just think of things in terms of profitable or whatever business factors come in, but some businesses, even they're worth it, or some things are too difficult. Maybe might not be a good idea to focus on that. I think he's saying you confuse it with the good one sometimes. Anyhow, the next one, do the work on your desk. Do well with what you already have and more will come in. Get things done. More will come in. Do what's in front of you, I believe. Yeah. 26. To get what you want, you have to deserve what you want. I just memorized this one. Tai Lopez there. The world is not yet a crazy enough place to reward a whole bunch of undeserving people. You want the best wife, you want to be rich, you want to be famous or whatever goals you have, you want to be healthy. You have to deserve it. Work for it. Become a person who can actually deserve it. Where you are right now, inversely probably means that you deserve this place. 28. When you mix raisins and turds, you still get turds. Yeah. A little bit of bullshit mixed with a lot of good stuff will still be bullshit. This is a very insightful one. 29. You don't have to be brilliant, only a little bit wiser than the other guy on average for a long time. That's easy. Is it? 30. Acknowledging what you don't know is the dawning of wisdom, sorry. Acknowledging what I don't know. I don't know so many things. 31. It takes character to sit with all that cash and do nothing. I didn't get to the top where I am by going after mediocre opportunities. Okay. This is important. I've noticed this myself. When you get rich or when you get some cash, people tend to spend all of it right away. Don't do that. Actually, yes, waiting for the right opportunity seems like a good approach to things. Next one. 32. If you keep learning all the time, you have a huge advantage. You definitely do. Being something and doing something that no one had done before are 2 different things. Can someone explain that? Okay, let's try to understand it. Being something and doing something that no one had done before are 2 different things. Being something no one had done before, doing something no one had done before. Makes sense, but how does it apply to real life? Okay, anyways. 36. Oh no, sorry, 34. A majority of life's errors are caused by forgetting what one is really trying to do. I see. Certainly true. Focusing on being busy or in a lot of other stuff. What is next? The best thing a human can do is to help another human being know more. Teach a man to fish. 36. The habit of committing far more time to learning and thinking than to doing is no accident. It's an active behavior, okay? One of the greatest ways to avoid trouble is to keep it simple. The system often goes out of control. Okay, yeah, things get complicated over time, which they obviously do. Life is a pain in the ass. So keeping them as simple as possible, as easy, is a better way than having a lot of complicated variables. Systems in place. Sure, there are a lot of ways of doing that. Opportunity comes to the prepared mind. Opportunities will come, you have, this is important too, and insightful. Being prepared for opportunities. You should avoid sloth and unreliability. That was the best way to fail. Sloth and unreliability. I try to get rid of people who confidently answer questions about which they don't have any real knowledge. I know a lot of those people. They're good, but not in terms of business though. As long as I say you're aware of that fact. But they're good friends. Oh, I don't know. Okay. It is something to think about. I believe in the discipline of mastering the best that other people have ever figured out. What does that mean? I believe in the discipline of mastering the best that other people have ever figured out. So mastering the best things that people have ever figured out. I'll have to make a list of those things. Okay. Simplicity has a way of improving performance by enabling us to better understand what we are doing. Yeah. Really? Then I guess you don't need to take pride in being advanced. I paid no attention to the territorial boundaries of academic disciplines, and I just grabbed all the big ideas that I could. Thank you for that. You learn a lot of things by doing things the different way. Next one, 44. Envy, resentment, and self-pity are disastrous modes of thought. Self-pity gets fairly close to paranoia, and paranoia is one of the very hardest things to reverse. So essentially, don't do self-pity. Well, remember that? Those of us who have been fortunate have a duty to give back to society. Definitely true. Why are we fortunate? Why us and not the idiot walking in front of me? So that we can make a difference. We recognized early on that smart people do very dumb things, and we wanted to know why and who, so that we could avoid them. Everyone is a human. Smart people will do dumb things too. 47. Just manage expectations. Live within your income and save so you can invest. Learn what you need to learn. This one is repeating. 48. It's waiting that helps you as an investor. And a lot of people just can't stand to wait. If you didn't get the deferred gratification, Gene, you've got to work very hard to overcome that. So delayed gratification instead of taking immediate actions or trying to do getting temporary pleasure. But I guess you can spend lifetimes trying to develop these things. Next one. All intelligent investing is value investing, acquiring more than you are paying for. Value investing, acquiring more than you are paying for. Okay, that's simple. But if you're saying something so simple, probably means people forget this all the time. Alright, yeah. 50. A lot of people with high IQs are terrible investors because they've got terrible temperaments. Why? You overthink everything? Okay. 51. The liabilities are always 100% good. It's the assets you have to worry about. I need someone to explain this. I mean, in real life. 52. This one is a big one. The most famous composer in the world, but was utterly miserable most of the time. And of the reasons was because he always overspent his income. This was Mozart. If Mozart couldn't get by with this kind of asinine conduct, I don't think you should try. I guess a lot of financial lessons apply, regardless of being rich or being poor. If you are not wise with money, you will be poor, regardless of how famous you are. Okay. 53. We're not interested in taking a substantial chance of taking a lot of very decent people back to Go, so we can have one more zero on our net worth. Let me read that again. We're not interested in taking a substantial chance of taking a lot of very decent people back to Go, so we can have one more zero on our net worth. So you don't want to take a lot of people and start with them to make more money. Decent people, so do you want really good people? Anyways, let's stop here. 53 should be good for now, and continue the rest in some other video. The person told to be the most smartest by the world's richest people, Charlie Munger, definitely something to learn from him.